This is a True Crime in Real Time update from True Crime Today and the Hidden Killers podcast.
I'm Tony Brueski, and today we're diving into the disturbing case of 13-year-old Madeline Soto, a story that's taken an even darker turn. New evidence, including jailhouse phone recordings, sheds unsettling light on the actions and excuses of Stephan Sterns, the man now charged with her murder. In a call from jail, Sterns sounds more like a man complaining about inconveniences than someone grappling with the weight of his charges. As if 60 counts of child sexual battery and a first-degree murder charge weren't enough, Sterns has the audacity to say he was blindsided by the accusations. But the facts tell a much different story, one of betrayal, predation, and unimaginable tragedy. In the recorded call with his parents, Sterns downplays his situation, first complaining about jail lockdowns caused by incidents and understaffing. But it doesn't take long for his father to confront the elephant in the room, the murder charge. "Were you expecting this?" his father asks. Sterns replies, "No," as if this is some grave misunderstanding. His father responds with an eerie truth. "You didn't start it, but you participated, which is just as bad." These words hang heavy, especially in light of what we now know. Sterns had been in Madeline's life for years as the boyfriend of her mother, Jennifer Soto. The state attorney's office alleges that Sterns sexually abused Madeline from the time she was 8 years old, with chilling evidence discovered on his devices. Now charged with first-degree murder and facing the death penalty, Sterns' claims of shock feel like a desperate attempt to dodge the inevitable reckoning. The morning Madeline went missing seemed routine, at least according to Sterns. He claimed to have dropped her off near her school, but detectives quickly found that wasn't true. Her backpack and school laptop were later found dumped in the apartment complex's trash bin, raising immediate red flags about Sterns' version of events. Days later, on March 1st, searchers found Madeline's body in a remote area of Osceola County, ending the search but deepening the mystery of how she died. Newly released police interviews add even more troubling details. A roommate of Sterns provided a disturbing account of his behavior on the day Madeline disappeared. She noticed Sterns acting strangely, pacing the apartment and even doing laundry, something he never did. On a table, she spotted tools, including a hammer, adding to the suspicion that something sinister had occurred. Detectives also confronted the roommate with hidden footage Sterns had taken of her through a crack under her door. She was horrified to realize she, too, had been a victim of Sterns' twisted behavior. "Now, I think he's capable of anything," she told police. The investigation didn't stop there. New documents reveal Jennifer Soto's troubling role in the story, raising questions about whether her inaction allowed the abuse to continue unchecked. During interviews with police, Jennifer described the years of abuse her daughter endured as not evil. To her, the murder was the real crime, downplaying the sexual abuse as if it were an unfortunate but tolerable part of life. Jennifer admitted that Sterns often shared a bed with Madeline, locking the door with a chain each night. She saw no reason to intervene, even when Madeline expressed discomfort. Investigators noted that Jennifer's emotions during interviews seemed performative, more focused on saving face than showing genuine concern for her daughter. Despite these disturbing revelations, Jennifer has not been charged with any crimes, leaving many to wonder how much responsibility she truly bears in this tragic story. The trial for Stephan Sterns is scheduled for September 2025, and the state of Florida has made it clear that they will seek the death penalty. With every new piece of evidence, the gravity of Sterns' actions becomes more apparent. Years of sexual abuse culminating in the tragic murder of a young girl who should have been protected. But this case isn't just about legal battles and courtroom proceedings. It's about the stolen life of Madeline Soto, a 13-year-old girl failed by the people closest to her. And as the trial date approaches, one question lingers. How could so many have looked the other way for so long? The tragic story of Madeline Soto goes beyond the shocking crimes. It reveals deep, systemic failures at every turn. From the twisted relationship between her mother, Jennifer Soto, and the man charged with her murder, Stephan Sterns, to the missed warning signs, the case raises haunting questions about responsibility, neglect, and justice. How does someone like Sterns operate in plain sight for years without anyone intervening? And why did Jennifer Soto, Madeline's own mother, dismiss the abuse as something not evil? These questions frame the heart of this story, a tragedy that is as much about the failure to act as it is about the crime itself. Sterns' pattern of abuse started long before Madeline's death, with evidence showing that he began sexually assaulting her when she was just 8 years old. His actions fit the disturbing profile of a predator who grooms not only the child but also the adults around her, blurring boundaries until his behavior appears normal, or at least excusable, to those closest to him. Jennifer's acceptance of the abuse documented in newly released police interviews offers a chilling example of this manipulation in action. Her willingness to look the other way and even defend Sterns speaks volumes about the power dynamics at play. Jennifer Soto's behavior reflects a disturbing psychological phenomenon often seen in cases of abuse, cognitive dissonance, where the mind struggles to reconcile two conflicting realities. In this case, Jennifer appears to have justified the abuse to herself, downplaying it as manageable while reserving her outrage for the ultimate crime, Madeline's murder. The interviews with Jennifer reveal the extent of Sterns' influence over her. She told investigators that she prioritized her relationship with Sterns over protecting her daughter, a decision that would have catastrophic consequences. Madeline's case also highlights the way predators like Sterns thrive on secrecy and control. The hidden footage he took of a female roommate through a crack under her door is a stark reminder of this. Such behavior isn't just an invasion of privacy, it's an act of domination, a way to exert power over his unsuspecting victims. Sterns' control extended beyond his direct victims to those around him, creating a toxic environment where his actions could go unchecked. The timeline of events leading to Madeline's disappearance raises important questions about the role of law enforcement and child protective services. Sterns had already been under investigation for possessing illegal materials when Madeline was reported missing, but no action was taken in time to prevent her death. Even after her body was discovered, Jennifer Soto's statements defending Sterns sent shockwaves through the investigation. She wasn't just an uninformed bystander. Her complicity allowed the abuse to continue, yet she faces no charges. This glaring absence of accountability raises serious concerns about how these cases are handled and the standards for prosecuting neglect. With the state seeking the death penalty, Sterns will face the full weight of the law during his trial. But what justice looks like in this case remains uncertain. Even a conviction and death sentence can't undo the years of suffering Madeline endured or bring her back. The deeper tragedy here is that this crime could have been prevented, if only someone had acted sooner. As we wait for the trial, one critical question lingers. How many more children are living in situations just like Madeline's, with predators hiding in plain sight, and the people closest to them unwilling or unable to act?
In a world where the darkest secrets lie just beneath the surface,
They said it was an accident, but the evidence says otherwise.
where hidden killers roam unnoticed in the shadows.
I think you would definitely be looking at a blend of toxic, very bad narcissistic personality traits, and they will be vengeful and possibly resort to violence.
Join Tony Brueski as he uncovers the truth behind the most chilling cases.
They said it was an accident, but the evidence clearly says otherwise.
Each episode, we dig deep into the minds of those who commit the unthinkable.
To your point of narcissism, he thinks in his own mind how witty he is.
Yeah.
But he lost that jury. I was done with him in 2 minutes.
From unsolved mysteries to infamous crimes.
Geez, you've just talked about how you've taught yourself how to do everything under the sun. I bet you did a YouTube video, how to best kill somebody with a knife.
Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski takes you where few dare to go.
How does someone with such a dark secret go unnoticed for so long?
With multiple new episodes every single day.
We're not just telling stories, we're seeking justice.
Listen now on Apple Podcasts or wherever you get your podcasts. Just search for Hidden Killers with Tony Brueski.